In Breath of the Wild, this flower clearly plays an important role, as it's not only in the title of the game, but we can also see several of these flowers resting in close proximity to the Master Sword, which is in front of the Great Deku Tree. In fact, we can even see the flower in the Master Sword statue, which comes with the game's Master Edition. But what exactly is the flower's purpose? Well, as I will demonstrate, this flower will help Link restore his memory. Let's take a closer look. We know that Link's memory needs to be recovered, especially since he's been in a slumber asleep for the past 100 years. For example, when Link is atop the Great Plateau Tower, we can hear Princess Zelda imploring Link to try to remember something apparently important that occurred, presumably in the past. However, that's not the only time that Link's memory appears to be frail. From the newest trailer, the Great Deku Tree makes an overt reference about Link's lack of recollection of him, telling Link that the look on his face means he has no recollection of the Great Deku Tree. Also, the old man calls Link's failure to recognize the voice atop the Great Plateau Tower unfortunate. Thus, it is clear that Link has lost a significant portion of his memory. Link likely isn't aware of the circumstances that led to the Calamity Ganon's attack on Hyrule, and in order to continue with the adventure, Link must restore his memory, which will be imperative in him obtaining the Master Sword. We know that Link must restore his memory because, as I've been posting on this a number of times, the adventure log menu has 18 recovered memory slots for Link, presumably where he will recover his memory. But how will Link regain his memory, and who or what will assist him in this endeavor? Well, as I will show, Link's memory will be restored using this flower. Let's take a closer look. As we just covered, this flower no doubt plays an important role in this game, as it's not only in the title of the game, but is also present alongside the Master Sword, both in the actual game as well as in the Master Sword statue that comes with the Master Edition. And this flower made another return in the most recent trailer. Specifically, when the Great Deku Tree is talking to Link about Link's lack of memory of him, we can clearly see the camera shot focusing in on this flower. Given that this flower is present near the Master Sword, which happens to be directly in front of the Great Deku Tree, and considering that at the precise moment that the Great Deku Tree is talking to Link about his lack of memory, we see a shot of this flower, this is likely suggesting that the flower may have something to do with Link regaining his memory. However, that's not all. Perhaps the most direct evidence linking this flower to Link's memory recovery comes from the menu screen in the adventure log, where we see the flower watermark towards the right side of the same screen that contains the 18 slots of recovered memory that Link must regain. And this flower watermark only appears on the menu screen covering the 18 recovered memory slots for Link. As we can clearly see, when looking at the menu screen in the adventure log for Link's main quest, which summarizes his encounter with the old man and what he must do, we see a watermark of something that is not a flower, and is instead the Master Sword. Thus, going back to the screen with the recovered memory slots for Link, it is probably not by accident that that screen has a watermark image of the flower towards the right side, implying and suggesting that this flower plays a significant role in Link regaining his memory, especially given the fact that when the Great Deku Tree is talking to Link about Link's lack of memory of him, we can clearly see the camera shot focusing in on this flower. And following that scene with the flower, the Great Deku Tree goes ahead and tells Link that it is now time to let Link know what happened 100 years ago. Now that we are pretty certain these flowers play a role in helping Link regain his memory, the next question is how? Well, based on everything I've seen, the most likely explanation is that the flower contains some sort of an ingredient that is necessary for restoration of memory. We know some of the plants and items in the game increase or improve Link's health in one manner or another. For example, the blue nightshade is a plant that can increase Link's stealth. The coarser bee honey and the stamella shroom have stamina restoring effects. The energizing elixir also has stamina restoring effects. Thus, it's not too hard to imagine that the flower itself, or when mixed with something else, can have memory restoring effects. And considering that this game focuses heavily on nature and the wild, I mean, Nintendo posted a picture of a deer for one of its Breath of the Wild updates, It's possible that the flower, either alone or combined with another plant or item, or perhaps with the assistance of the Great Deku Tree, will help restore Link's memory, which will be necessary in order for Link to obtain the Master Sword. Another interesting thing about this flower is that there's a blue bright center to it, similar to the Sheikah Slate's glowing bluish center, and the soft blue of the blue nightshade. Could these all be in some manner connected? It's possible, so we'll just have to wait and see. Finally, we should remember that memory restoration is not something new in Zelda games. In Twilight Princess, Ilya's memory was restored with the help of the Sheikah statue as well as Impaz, who was a descendant of Impa, who built Kakariko Village. And in Skyward Sword, Princess Zelda, who is the goddess Hylia reincarnated in mortal form, told Link that she set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land, and that each statue stirred up memories within her. Going back to Breath of the Wild, is it possible that some sort of a Sheikah artifact, similar to the wooden statue in Twilight Princess, can assist Link in recovering his memory? Well, for one, it's possible that the Sheikah Slate will play at least some role, but as I've argued here, the flowers are what will ultimately bring back Link's memory, and perhaps like Skyward Sword, Link's restoration of his memory goes through the goddess statues, which we've seen a few already. However, even there, I would argue that it's unlikely, since it's clear that not even Princess Zelda, who is the reincarnation of the goddess, can help restore his memory, as is evidenced by Princess Zelda's plea to Link to try to remember what happened. In summary, I believe that the flower's proximity to the Master Sword and the Great Deku Tree, and the fact that we see a shot of a flower when the Great Deku Tree is talking about Link's memory, suggests that the Great Deku Tree is somehow involved in using this flower, whether alone or mixed with other ingredients, to help Link restore his memory. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys and girls for watching, and as always, please hit that like button, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe for more amazing Zelda news, analysis, and theories. This has been Gagz Gaming. Have a great day.